In the heart of the Middle East, where ancient sands meet modern ambition, a nation is rewriting its economic story. Saudi Arabia is undergoing a remarkable economic transformation, one that is capturing the attention of the world. The skyline of Riyadh is changing almost daily, with new buildings rising and entire districts being reshaped to reflect a bold new vision. According to the latest data from the Saudi General Authority for Statistics, the kingdom's economy grew by 3.9% in the second quarter of 2025 compared to the same period last year. This is more than just a number. It's a sign of momentum and resilience in a rapidly changing world. This impressive growth is the result of years of strategic planning, government reforms, and a determined push to diversify the economy beyond oil. Leaders and innovators are working together to build a future that is sustainable and globally competitive. For decades, oil was the backbone of Saudi Arabia's prosperity. But today, non-oil sectors, like technology, manufacturing, and services, are taking center stage, driving expansion and creating new opportunities for Saudis and international partners alike. The 3.9% growth figure reflects a dynamic shift. New industries are rising, from renewable energy and tourism to logistics and advanced manufacturing, while the traditional oil sector is adapting to global changes and embracing innovation. In this video, we'll break down the sources of this growth, explore how the role of oil is evolving, and examine the government's ambitious vision for the future, a vision that aims to position Saudi Arabia as a global economic powerhouse. Saudi Arabia's economic health doesn't just matter locally. It has a profound impact on global energy prices, international investment flows, and the stability of the entire Middle East region. The world is watching closely as the kingdom's ambitious diversification strategy begins to deliver real, tangible results. Investors, policymakers, and business leaders are paying attention to every move. Join us as we dive deeper into the forces fueling this transformation, uncover the stories behind the numbers, and discover what the future holds for Saudi Arabia's economy. The real headline is the non-oil private sector's surge, up 4.6% year over year, a remarkable achievement that signals a new era for Saudi Arabia's economy. This growth isn't just a number, it's a sign of transformation, as the kingdom steadily shifts away from its traditional reliance on oil. This impressive expansion is proof that Saudi Arabia's ambitious diversification efforts, driven by Vision 2030, are truly taking root. The government's commitment to reform and innovation is reshaping the economic landscape. The non-oil sector's growth touches every corner of daily life, spanning everything from small family-run shops and bustling restaurants to major construction projects that are redefining city skylines. It also includes dynamic sectors like finance, where new banking services are emerging, and tech startups, where young Saudis are launching innovative businesses and digital solutions. By building a strong non-oil economy, the kingdom is creating a vital buffer against the unpredictable swings of global oil prices, ensuring greater stability and security for future generations. A diverse domestic market not only attracts international investment, but also encourages local entrepreneurship, supports small businesses, and lays the foundation for long-term prosperity. Government initiatives and strategic investments are nurturing this growth, streamlining regulations, and building world-class infrastructure, from new highways to advanced public transport systems. The 4.6% jump is a direct result of Vision 2030 policies that stimulate new business activity, encourage innovation, and empower entrepreneurs to turn their ideas into reality. As new companies emerge and existing ones expand, they create thousands of jobs across industries, raising incomes and offering fresh opportunities, especially for the nation's youth, who are stepping confidently into the workforce. The non-oil sector's momentum is making the economy more resilient, more inclusive, and better equipped to face global challenges. Saudi Arabia is building a future powered by the talent, creativity, and ingenuity of its people, laying the groundwork for a thriving, sustainable economy for generations to come. Let's break down the non-oil growth. Utilities, electricity, gas, and water led the way, expanding to support new cities and industries. Finance, insurance, and business services also saw robust growth, signaling a maturing financial sector. These sectors are foundational. Utilities power development, while finance fuels investment. Their growth reflects national priorities, building infrastructure and sophisticated capital markets. Retail, construction, tourism, and entertainment also contributed, creating jobs and boosting spending. Each new project, from hotels to shopping malls, ripples through the economy. The success of utilities and finance provides the framework for other industries to thrive. Together, these sectors are the backbone of Saudi Arabia's economic diversification. The oil sector, while no longer the sole engine, remains vital. Oil activities grew 3.8% year-over-year, reflecting higher output and prices. Quarter-over-quarter, oil saw a sharp 5.6% jump, showing its continued power to move the economy. This volatility is why diversification is so important. Vision 2030 aims to reduce reliance on these swings. Oil revenues still fund much of the non-oil expansion, acting as a bridge to the future. The story isn't about abandoning oil, but using its strength to build something new. The old economy is fueling the new, as Saudi Arabia manages a careful transition. Oil remains a strategic asset, but the future is being built on broader foundations. The Saudi government is a key architect of this transformation. In Q2 2025, government activities grew by 0.6%, steady but crucial for stability. More importantly, government investment powers Giga-Projects like NEOM and the Red Sea development. These projects create demand across construction, hospitality, and logistics, fueling private sector growth. Reforms are making it easier to start businesses and attract foreign investment. The government's true impact is in enabling private sector dynamism and innovation. Its steady hand provides the foundation for rapid change. By investing, regulating, and reforming, the government is turning Vision 2030 from blueprint to reality. This leadership is essential for a smooth and stable transition. Saudi Arabia's global influence is felt through OPEC+, where it shapes oil supply and prices. Recently, OPEC+ announced a modest production increase, signaling caution amid global economic uncertainty. Oil prices have dropped about 15% this year, stabilizing near $65 per barrel. Geopolitical factors like sanctions on Russia and Iran help keep prices from falling further. This price level funds Saudi Arabia's budget and diversification projects, even if it's below the ideal. OPEC+ decisions are a balancing act, supporting prices without hurting demand. Saudi Arabia's careful market management is crucial for stable revenues during its economic transition. The kingdom's stewardship of oil markets underpins its ambitious transformation. Behind the growth, fiscal challenges remain. The IMF estimates Saudi Arabia needs oil above $90 per barrel to balance its budget, but prices are lower. This means a projected deficit of about $27 billion in 2025. The deficit is manageable, but it highlights the urgency of diversifying revenue sources. Vision 2030 investments in tourism, entertainment, and new industries aim to close this gap. In the short term, Saudi Arabia can draw on reserves or borrow, as it has done successfully before. The goal: build a sustainable fiscal model, less vulnerable to oil price swings. Prudent management and non-oil growth are helping the kingdom navigate this transition. Vision 2030 is the blueprint for Saudi Arabia's transformation. The 3.9% GDP growth and 4.6% non-oil surge show real progress. Billions are being invested in tourism, entertainment, and technology to create new engines of growth. Projects like NEOM and the Red Sea resorts are designed to attract global visitors and investment. Reforms are empowering entrepreneurs and opening new opportunities, especially for women. Social change is unlocking new talent and driving economic dynamism. Vision 2030 is about building a resilient, prosperous nation for future generations. The transformation is ambitious, but the latest data proves it's underway. Saudi Arabia is laying the foundation for a vibrant, diversified economy. Saudi Arabia's Q2 2025 economic report is a milestone in its journey beyond oil. This report doesn't just reflect numbers on a page, it marks a turning point in the nation's economic narrative. For decades, oil was the backbone of Saudi prosperity, but now the country is writing a new chapter, one that looks to the future with bold ambition and strategic vision. The 3.9% growth is impressive, but the real story is the non-oil sector's rise. Manufacturing, technology, tourism, and logistics are all expanding rapidly, signaling a shift toward a more balanced and resilient economy. These sectors are not only diversifying revenue streams, but also reducing the country's vulnerability to global oil price fluctuations. New industries are creating jobs, opportunities, and optimism for a young, ambitious population. With over half the population under 30, the energy and creativity of Saudi youth are fueling innovation and entrepreneurship. Startups are flourishing, and more graduates are entering fields that didn't exist a decade ago. A more diverse economy means more stability and a bigger role on the world stage. As Saudi businesses connect with global partners and attract international attention, the country is positioning itself as a regional hub for commerce, finance, and innovation. For investors, Saudi Arabia is opening up as a dynamic, untapped market. New regulations and incentives are making it easier for foreign businesses to enter, while local companies are expanding their reach beyond borders. The investment climate is more welcoming than ever before. Vision 2030 is a model for other resource-rich nations seeking sustainable futures. It's a blueprint for transformation, focusing on education, innovation, and sustainability, and inspiring countries around the world to rethink their own economic strategies. The path ahead will require continued reform and resilience. Change on this scale is never easy, but Saudi Arabia's leadership and people are committed to overcoming challenges and seizing new opportunities. But the data is clear. Saudi Arabia is building a dynamic, multifaceted economy for the 21st century. From gleaming skyscrapers to cutting-edge tech hubs, the transformation is visible in every corner of the country. The future is being shaped not just by oil, but by the limitless potential of its people. As Saudi Arabia invests in its youth, its industries, and its global partnerships, it is laying the foundation for a prosperous, sustainable, and inspiring tomorrow.